there's a difference between being thuggish and being assertive. Even it's the aura, okay? It's the aura, it's the energy.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going audible.
What's up, Vibes Gang? I'm Cheyenne. I'm back with another video. Period. If you're new here, what's good, what's popping? If you're a returning subscriber, what's good, what's popping to you too, sis? Okay. Please do not forget to click on the notification bell so you could be notified whenever I put out a new video. Now, let's hop straight into the video. So, as you guys know, I was on, if you don't know, I was on episode 10 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, okay? Arlette's show. I'm gonna be really honest, I haven't watched the show as much ever since I've been on it, but I do make sure I comment, make sure I still watch the reels so I can, keep updated. If anything, they also made like a group chat for the alumni, for the people that was on the show. So we might be going on a trip soon. We'll see. But after being on the show, there is so much things that I see and I learned, and I just wanted to share some of my thoughts of what I learned, okay? Before we get started, let me go back to me being on the show. So when I first did the show, I just went for an open mind, and before I even went on a show, I made sure to have a mindset of, okay, don't take it personal, because I'm not even gonna lie, when you see the people on the show, you can tell who is a little bit insecure, because you can say one bad thing and then the person already that's why your head big, or that's why your toes not done, that's why you got ugly. Yeah, I was gonna pop too, and it's like,
I don't give a fuck. Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't.
You gotta be able to learn how to have tough skin whenever you're doing these type of things and not take it personal. You also gotta know what's for you is for you, okay? Meaning, the person who wants to pop on you for the little stuff, they're just not your person. Because even from looking at the show, right, I know looks are important, okay? Looks are important, and for me growing up, I kind of didn't think that, because I used to date ugly guys back then. I just liked, if they made me laugh, that kind of won me over. But then after having an experience someone cute, I was just okay, I need somebody better. And now I realize that looks are important. However, they are not everything. On the past couple of episodes, I can't even say if it's the guys, because before, for me, I was just yeah, the guys in this generation are terrible. And they are. I'm not even going to still negate that. But it's also the girls too, because from the last episode, it was this guy. He was a lot of guys that spoke well, but they popped the balloon on him because he wasn't as attractive. But the guy that was very illiterate, very ratchet, I don't give a damn attitude, but he was more attractive and he didn't care. He ended up not getting popped, and it also shows they could have a terrible attitude, okay, but the fact that they look good, they're gonna treat you like trash. So when they be popping the balloons on outfits, because when I went into my episode, right, episode 10, make sure y'all watch it, and I'm also gonna put a clip here. The guy that I was about to match with, he had a terrible ass suit on. I hated his suit. But when you go on his page, he didn't look all that. For me, a part of me kind of felt was that on purpose? But anyways, I don't understand why people pop because of the outfit. Because for me, honestly, you could look like all of that. You could look ratchet right now. But when you with me, I do feel you're going to step out with me looking good.
Period.
Okay? All of that are little monetary things to change. And I do feel you should have standards, But you got to learn when to compromise too. The outfit, you can compromise. The person might look very handsome, they're sweet and all of these things, but they might be a little bit short. You can compromise the height goal, because y'all, even on the episodes, some of them guys were getting popped and they were over 6 feet tall. I'm gonna show y'all a video.
It's also the height for me.
Oh, okay. So you end up popping the height.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 6 feet
it's
tall.
Because I have you're well, yeah.
Right. So how tall are you? He said he's 6 feet.
5'1". Just maybe because I have heels on, maybe I feel a little tall.
And before I continue, I want to shout out to my girl Asia. Make sure you guys check out her YouTube channel because I got inspo from this video from. She did an episode very similar. Shout out to her. Make sure you guys also check her out. But I noticed there's a difference between being thuggish and being assertive. Even my students, they always be like, oh, all the girls want are the ones that are, you know, thuggish, that are the bad boys, the one with dread hair, the one with locks and, you know, tattoos and stuff. But when I come around, it's like there's nowhere to be found. And looking back, like, at my younger age, I was a person that, you know, I wanted somebody, you know, with a little thug that's also very handsome too. But now as I grow, it's the aura, okay? It's the aura, it's the energy, okay? Because you can look kind of like a group, but still have that, like, play with me, like, aura. You don't have to be a thug, like, oh, with guns, like to cuss, be disrespectful, and you don't have to do all of that to attract the person. So I would like to say, you want a person that is more assertive, not thuggish, okay? So change that wording. Also, what I realized on Pop the Balloon or Find Love, in order to build connection with people, you got to ask deeper questions. Like, to me, it still blows me how a lot of people that don't watch all the episodes still asking a basic ass question like, what's your favorite color?
What?
Even from my last situation, the guy that I was talking to, he was actually shocked and he was wild by me, honey, because I used to come with questions. Like, I have like my whole list of questions that I typically ask, and these are like, and I'll ask the right questions. You gotta know what questions to ask too in order to pick their brain. Don't just throw out questions just because. Ask questions that are important to you. I feel like the deeper the questions are, the more you can tell if the person is tapped in for real. And it's also mind stimulating, you know. And also, to piggyback on what I said, sometimes we might think the guys that are kind of like gooks are a little bit boring and stuff like that, because, you know, we like the thug guys, and, you know, the guys that are not thugs, they're obviously boring. But I watched the show Love Island, right? And Janae, on the last season, I feel like she did a good representation of showing somebody that is very handsome. The guy was, I'm gonna show you guys a picture of the guy she was talking about. He was very handsome, tall, dark skin, and everything. And for me, typically with some girls, like, the first person that give them attention and like have them locked in, they want to stay with that person. But after a while, she started to realize that this person is boring. And then on top of that, he has all these standards for girls. This nigga got like over 100 bodies. Damn! To me, that I'm happy that she made that switch in her mind. Just be like, okay, I'm looking for something a little bit more serious. Yes, you can be all tall, dark, handsome, and have this cute little attitude, little aura. However, you are a boring person. And I also wanted to add on, when we go on the show, we also got to take accountability. Guys should do the same when it comes to having standards too. So there was this short guy on the show, right? I'll show y'all the clip of him talking about a woman with kids.
Okay, how many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2. I have 2.
Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. How many kids you have?
Preference. I have 3.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. Right. But to say that a 41-year-old man is disqualified because of his pants?
When I seen what he did, I felt like it wasn't wrong, because as women, we do have to take accountability. If you want, and I'm not a mother, and I do feel like, you know, single mothers is very important for you guys to find like a lover. You know, if it's 1 mess up, okay. If it's 2 mess up, you gotta learn. Now, I don't know your situation, but I do want to say everybody's situation is different. This is coming from a person who my mom was a widow, and then she ended up marrying my dad and having me and my sister. Like, so this is also situational. He didn't do it the best way. I feel like he kind of did it a little bit rude, but he gave an example of how we should take accountability for our actions as well. There are a lot of decisions that can be prevented. And I see this is why God tends to tell us to wait until marriage. These are not to harm us. These are to help us. But, you know, as we grow, things happen. And we have free will. But we got to be able to deal with the consequences and take accountability. I do also want to say God makes no mistakes. So if you have children, shout out to you as well.
I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. I had 2 main points. And my 2 main points that pop the balloon or find love is to, like, learn what to compromise and what. Make sure you ask deep, stimulating questions. It's very important to go beyond the generic and the basics, because you don't want to be able to reach all the way down to the altar, but or even start marriage counseling, because that's what I feel like it's important to do. You guys get together, get proposed, and then you find out that he doesn't want to have kids during marriage counseling. Like, you could have asked that ahead of time. But anyways, y'all, please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.